everyone, and welcome back to Sundays in the Garden. If you're new to my channel, I can't believe that I have been filming every single day of my gardening year in 2025. By the time you see this video, it will be November. I think this is going out on the 2nd of November, which is my granddad's birthday, so a really special day. My granddad's no longer with us, but he was a huge gardening inspiration of mine. So if you're seeing this on the 2nd of November, I have managed to film every single day of my gardening year up to this point, which is just crazy. It's been an amazing year. I got my first allotment during the middle of May. I helped with the show garden at Gardener'S Live with the lovely Kate Patrick and team. And in 2026, there are a few exciting things on the cards. So I can't wait to share all of that with you as well. But if that sounds like things you might be interested in, then do feel free to subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost anything, and I can keep you up to date with all of the amazing gardening related things that I'm doing in the rest of 2025 and into 2026. Today is Sunday, the 26th of October, and those of you who are following regularly may remember that last week I planted some onion bulb sets, and some garlic. And I have just come into the greenhouse to film this introduction, and I'll show you what's been happening. As you can see, someone has kindly been going through the garlic I planted and digging it out. I also planted some acorns in some terracotta pots, and someone has been rummaging through these pots. I kind of feel like if I sit here long enough, the culprit may emerge, because I can hear some rustling in this greenhouse today. So I would not be surprised if there is a mouse. As you can see down here, there's some digging. And I do think in the next few weeks I need to try and clean this greenhouse out, and then I'll be able to find whoever it is in here who is causing this problem. In the meantime, I'm going to put these back into their pots, and I'm going to move them onto this shelf over here, where the onions and the pak choy and the kale are sort of doing okay. The kale not so much. The pak choy is fine. I will put them up there in the hope that the mice or rats or whoever it is that's rummaging will struggle to get to them a little bit. But someone is in here, and I'll let you know if I figure out who it is. I put everything in the greenhouse because I wanted to avoid it getting dug up and eaten, but it seems that someone is getting in here and doing that anyway, so I'm going to have to try and think creatively about how I store things in here. But let's face it, rodents can get anywhere, can't they? But we'll see what we can do. Today, I'm going to head down to the allotment and pick up some blue paint, which is the colour I painted my shed, and bring it home because one of our lovely allotment neighbours kindly pointed us in the direction of some wood that was going away, being given away for free. So I'm going to paint that and then use it to make a border that's going to go along the front area of our shed, where I can plant some spring bulbs, particularly yellow things like daffodils, because I think they're going to look really amazing against the blue of the shed when they come up in the springtime. So I'm heading to the allotment now, and I'll take you with me, and let's see if we can find the paint, the paintbrushes, and see if my makeshift cover for the potatoes has survived the wind. Here we are at one of my new favourite places in the world, plot 43. First looking okay with the potatoes. I can see the new bed this neighbour has dug is just coming over here onto the path, but I imagine that will all grow back before next season. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's actually looking okay. Yep, I mean they're still covered, it hasn't blown across the allotment. This is all good things. Let's have a look over here. It's a little bit that seems to have lifted up slightly. Let's see if I can just flatten that back down again, that bit there. It's fine, it's still all attached, it was just blowing away a slightly loose section. Yeah, happy with that. So then it was time to grab the paint, grab the brushes, and head home to clear the tomatoes from the greenhouse. Let's use some YouTube magic to speed this up. Hello everyone! We are about to head off to a friend's wedding today, so we've had a busy morning getting organised, and all I'm going to have time for in this day of my gardening year is to feed the birds, but this is the first time I've fed them since the winter earlier this year, so it'll be nice to kind of start putting food out more regularly for them as the nights get colder. On Tuesday, the 28th of October, we attended the wedding ceremony of a very, very close friend of mine, and I was lucky enough to be asked to be maid of honour, which was just wonderful, and we all had such a fantastic day. Here's the dress that I got to wear, and the event took place in a stunning castle, and my friend actually dried and made all of her wedding bouquets herself. Here's the stunning castle that we spent the day in. It was the perfect day for the perfect couple. Oh, hello! It's Wednesday today, and I got back from my friend's wedding about lunchtime, just after lunch, and we had a really brilliant time. I'm not going to share any pictures because they had a phones free wedding, which is a really good idea. Where no filming, no photos during the day. So I just snapped a picture of me with my dress on at the end of the day, and I filmed the bouquet, the beautiful dried flowers bouquet that she made for us, which was just beautiful, wasn't it? So clever, and something that will last now, and I can put in a vase and keep as a memento. I've got one of the bouquets that I made for my own wedding in a vase upstairs in my bedroom, and that's been nearly 10 years there now, and that's dried out, but they were fresh flowers that I then dried and kept. But it's just so lovely to have those memories that will last forever. But it was a beautiful day. As you can tell, I'm waffling because I'm very tired. But things are looking really different in here. It's feeling a lot colder now. We're only a few days away from November, and you can really tell that we are definitely well into autumn now, and things are getting much colder. It's lovely to have some space back in here, not be attacked by the tomatoes every time I come in. I've got some chili plants behind the camera here, which I'm going to see if I can overwinter. So I might try that tomorrow or the next day, just kind of cutting them back a bit and seeing if I can take them inside or put them somewhere to remain dormant. So I'll share that with you later this week. The garlic and the onions and everything that I've moved and put just below you here have now not been touched again. So that's good. No one's been in digging around. So fingers crossed they can just sit there now and start their growth period before I plant them out. I've got some pak choys to pot on later in the week and some other jobs to do, so I'll share those with you as well. Also, very excitingly, my parcel arrived from Nick at Cauliflowers. I think I shared last week that I won the competition to test out her new app, which she's designed to help us keep on top of our seed sowing and what we've got growing when, and it will give us reminders and things so we don't forget to pot things on, plant them on, check for germination, all that kind of thing. So it's going to be really useful, and I'm looking forward to testing it out. But she has sent me 5 packs of seeds, which is so lovely of her, to get me started. Some of them can be started around about now. I'll see how many I'm going to start because I've already got a few things going. The cool thing about the app is I can put in the stuff that's already growing in here into the app, and then it will help me keep a track of what I've got growing, for where, and how it's all doing. So that's amazing. But now it is about 4 o'clock. We are losing light fast on these autumn days, so I am just going to feed the birds, check on what's going on in here, and make sure no one needs any water, and then head back inside and have my tea. So as I always say, in our gardening year, there are days where you do lots and lots of things and you really make a lot of progress, and sometimes you're just checking on the garden, making sure everything's okay, and then getting on with other jobs and other life things, and that's absolutely fine. That's just what makes up a real gardener's year. Sometimes we just have to keep things ticking over, and that is what I'm doing today. So I will show you quickly what's going on over on the shelves, and then I'm going to feed the birds and head back inside. I hope you all had a brilliant Wednesday, and I'll see you tomorrow for some more jobs. Hello everyone! Oh, it feels so nice to be able to move in here again now. I probably said this yesterday, but it's brilliant. Today it is Thursday, the 30th of October. Can't believe we're nearly in November. It is cold, but not really cold yet. We're still not getting loads of frost or anything, so that's nice. Today I am going to trim back my chilli plants because I am following some advice from Gem in the Garden, another fantastic YouTuber. I'll put her handle down here. But she overwinters her chilli plants, so rather than planting them new again every year, she has overwintered them with some success. So I want to see if I can do the same with mine. So I'm going to cut them back, remove the leaves, follow her advice, and see if I can keep them going into next year. So this is what is left of my chilli plants. And what Gemma suggested to do was to remove any remaining chilies. So I think most of mine are gone now. There's a couple here that I can take off. 1, 2. These are my jalapenos. And then once you have removed any remaining fruits, then cut them back hard, removing all leaves and making sure you leave at least one Y branch. So on this one, you can see there is a Y shape here. So what I'm going to do is take all of the leaves off, but leave this Y section at the top. So let me do that now. So this is the finished result. You can see that it's just a Y of the branching here at the top here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to water it just lightly so that the soil is damp but not completely sopping wet. I will take it inside, find a coolish, bright space, and then keep an eye on it over the winter. I'm going to see if it looks like it's dying off. Gemma's advice was to just not let the top inch of compost completely dry out, but otherwise just to leave it to do its thing. And let's see if I can keep any of these going over the winter. Fingers crossed, because this would give me a great head start on the 2026 growing season. On Friday, we used pumpkin, onions and garlic to make a lovely pasta sauce, which we really enjoyed. This was shared by Emma's Allotment Diaries, and I can confirm it was absolutely delicious. On Friday afternoon, I spent a few minutes potting on some of my pak choys into individual cells. I couldn't find any of my main cell trays. I'm not sure what I've done with them, but I managed to find this one, so I potted on 12 of the pak choys, and the rest will have to be done later. Saturday marked the start of Robin Wars, when 2 of our local robins noticed my new window bird feeder and decided to become very territorial over it, so there was lots of fighting going on. It's always quite surprising how vicious and violent robins can be. As you can see here, one flies up but is chased off by the other one, and this went on for much of the day, so I'll keep you updated on who wins in Robin Wars. In the afternoon, my husband popped to a local warehouse and picked up some pallets for me, free of charge. These are heat treated, not sprayed with any chemicals, and I am looking forward to using these to make some compost bays at the allotment. Thank you to everyone who's shared my gardening year so far this year. I really appreciate all of you for sticking with me and for your lovely comments and support. Have a brilliant week, and I look forward to seeing you again next